We have the same 4 judges who are going to be sitting up here. 5-minute pitch, 5 minutes of tough love from the judges, and then we move on to the next one. So I'm going to bring up our judges in order once again, starting with Yorimoto-san. He's the founder and president, CEO of Global Brain, our platinum sponsor. Secondly, Andrew Collins, CEO at Mailman Ventures. Definitely not mailing it in. Bringing the real stuff here. Secondly, Kitagawa-san, CEO of Cyber Agent Ventures. He speaks Japanese, he speaks English, he speaks Chinese very well. This guy's, yes, Bukachi. And last, certainly not least, Singapore's own Jeffrey Paine, Golden Gate Ventures, Founder Institute, Judge Extraordinaire. So we're going to bring up our first company hailing from Cambodia. And the entrepreneur who is going to be pitching is Janice Wilson. Everybody, put your hands together for Janice, everybody. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Janice. I'm part of the team behind Pudding, and we're here to end the battle between jeans and women by harnessing the power of chick sourcing. You may be asking, what the hell is chick sourcing? If I were to chick source, I, a chick, would search for my perfect jeans by looking at the favorites of women who matched my same shape and had my same pain points. Now, at first glance, you may not recognize the full potential of chick sourcing, which begs the question, how do I convey that chick sourcing for jeans isn't just a tool, but is the evolution of social commerce in a room full of men? I gave this considerable thought, and I thought I'd make an analogy, one that men can readily understand. Jeans equals porn. And fellas, there's lots and lots of porn, right? Let's just say hypothetically that you're shopping for porn online. You're presented with thousands of options formatted as thumbnails, right? Same for women. When we're shopping for jeans, we're presented with thousands of options presented as thumbnails. But there's one key difference. Men can pretty much pick any one of those thumbnails and have a successful outcome, right? Women, after hours and hours of deliberation, picking a very specific thumbnail, we've only got a 23% success rate. Why is that? If we look at the brick and mortar model, the retailer crams as many jeans onto the floor as possible. The rationale, the more options, the more likely the chick will be able to find a pair of jeans that fit. E-commerce, same exact, right? The e-retailer crams as many thumbnails onto the screen real estate as possible, but the difference is, unlike brick and mortar, we don't have the ability to try on those thumbnails in real time. Let's take a look at the Pudding model. Pudding doesn't start with inventory. Pudding starts with me. Pudding first asks about my physical stats. What's my height? What's my weight? What's my shape? What's my proportion? And after asking about my physical stats, I then ask, what are my pain points when shopping for jeans? What's my biggest struggle, right? Once Pudding has then gathered that information, it matches me with other chicks that share my same stats and my same pain points, and I can then browse their favorite jeans. I like to call this relevant discovery. Now, as I'm browsing those recommendations, I have immediate access to my matches' reviews. But more important, I have access to their photos. I no longer have to wildly speculate what a pair of jeans might look like on me. I can look at real photos of real women my size actually wearing the jeans. We call this sizing insurance. And Pudding is a shopping playground. Not only can I chat with other chicks, but I can actually ask questions about the jeans that have been specifically recommended for me, and what's more, real chicks answer those questions who understand and live my pain points. We call this social validation. So we've got relevant discovery, sizing insurance, plus social validation. We've got shopping nirvana. So what's our market? Denim, it's a $70 billion market worldwide. Singaporeans and Americans purchase over 450 million pairs of jeans each year. The average woman owns 10 pairs of jeans, each pair averaging about $66. And how do we make our money? Potential sources of income include affiliate marketing, as well as helping women offload the jeans that don't fit, that sit in their closet. But our main source of income is generated by helping niche brands and niche manufacturers organize pre-orders so they can hit and target their niche audience. What's our secret sauce? It's no secret that chicks like to talk about our problems, but there comes a point when we want that problem solved, and that's where our unique algorithm becomes critical. By using our user feedback, user inputs, our research specific to denim, we've created an algorithm that enables us to match chicks intelligently, and from those matches, find the jeans that are going to fit the best. Further, our algorithm allows each user to customize their browsing experience according to the problem that they wish to solve. Who are we? I am now a manufacturer. I own a hair company in Cambodia that employs 80 team members, and also we generate a couple million in revenues each year. Since our inception, our only channel has been the retail online, which has given me a front row seat to the social purchasing habits of women for the last 4 years. My partner is a programmer and project manager for the past 13 years. He makes the back-end magic happen. I'd like to thank Willis. We are sharing our next milestone today with Startup Asia. We have launched our beta version today, so please spread the gospel of pudding.com. Fellas, let your girlfriends know. Let the chick sourcing evolution begin. Thank you.
Thank you for that. I love the concept, first of all, the concept of chick sourcing. It probably would have been good if we had a female judge up here to comment on your particular project, but I'm actually curious to know, have you explored other areas beyond jeans where this concept of, you know, peer-to-peer sourcing and peer-to-peer pain points that people can talk through and discover?
Yes, absolutely. With my current company, Arjane, it's really where I saw this behavior for the first time. I saw that women were actually motivated to make purchasing decisions when they could actually chat and talk and share photos. And I realized that the current model of e-commerce just didn't encompass that. And so I really felt compelled to create this model that allowed women to shop the way they want to shop.
Okay. Have you done testing? What have been some of the early?
So with Pudding specifically, we launched our alpha version in late February. We launched to 100 fashion influencers, bloggers, designers. Had great feedback. 96% said that they now had the confidence to buy a pair of jeans online that they hadn't worn before in terms of brand and style.
So could you tell me a bit more about the criteria or algorithm for the recommendation? You are saying that you actually use the several the data or inputs for recommending the product to users. So could you explain a bit more about what kind of actual data that you're gonna use for the recommendation of the products to the specific users?
With our 100 alpha testers, the first thing we did was say, hey, out of all the criteria that we presented to you, what do you think is the most important in guaranteeing that you get a good fit? And so we had 3 different categories, and we asked them to weight those categories according how they felt that the best fit would be ensured, and so our algorithm reflects that information. We've also taken a look on our own at the various fits of jeans, which jeans fit more tightly, which jeans are known to fit more loosely. We've incorporated that information into our algorithm as well. But some of the user inputs are what I described earlier. Things like for women being able to get jeans over their behind or jeans that are too long. Those are kind of pain points. And then there's very specific data points like weight, height, shape. And so all of those things are incorporated in the algorithm.
But basically, that kind of data, the first users that needs to input
That's right.
them by themselves, right?
That's right.
Yeah, good presentations. I like this type of business. I have one question. Please tell me about the key factor of success in expanding your business, acquiring new customers.
I'm sorry, what's the key factor?
For success?
For success.
Yes, expanding your business.
I do think traction is going to be key, and I think we have a variety of strategies to pursue traction. I mean, there's always the traditional social media avenues, but we also have some ideas in terms of actual physical social groups of women and asking them to participate in what we're calling chick sourcing parties. We're also going to have a chick source campaign as opposed to a crowdsourcing campaign. Instead of raising $10,000, we're going to ask for 10,000 inputs of favorite jeans. So we have a bunch of creative campaigns to try to get those inputs into our system as quickly as possible.
One question is, so I like that it sounds kind of like a hunch hit API kind of way, which is kind of cool. Jeans alone is quite interesting. So you're saying the photos of the girls that in jeans that might fit you is user generated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm really confident in that.
So I'm not a girl, but there are girls here, right? So just why would people share that? I don't get it. I'm a guy, so I probably won't do that. Okay, so then there's the self-esteem issue, right? Like if you are like hot, then you might do it. If you're not, I don't know. It's just one of those things. So why? Like, why? Just why?
No, I mean, I think it's very valid, and I'm glad that you asked that question because I think men are just completely stumped. When I first started Argeny, which was a hair company, I was actually stunned by the number of women that voluntarily took pictures, took these very involved videos of themselves wearing our product. And I just think, I think every man that's ever had a girlfriend has seen his girlfriend sit in front of a mirror and she's got the input, she's looking at it herself, and she still asks the question, how does my butt look in these jeans? And it's just part of our DNA that we want to have this social communication, we want to have this social validation, and part of that process, social media has enabled us to kind of expand that through photos and chat.
That's great. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut you off there. Nicely done. By the way, guys, the answer to that is it looks great. That's always the answer, no matter what. So. Moving on to my home country, China. Put your hands together for Social Agent, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. While we're down in Singapore, our team back in Hong Kong and Shenzhen is celebrating Qingming Festival or Tomb Sweeping Festival. So just a shout out for everybody back home watching online. Social Agent. We are a social media sales tool to help businesses sell in the Chinese market. A second here. Next slide. Social Agent is a social media sales tool to help businesses find, track, and manage sales leads, starting with the Sina Weibo user base of over 400 million users. I've been in China for 5, almost 6 years. Everybody knows China's big. Everybody thinks if I just got 1 RMB from everybody in China, I'd be rich. But it's not that easy. You guys here, for the past 2 days in our trade booth upstairs, we've noticed you guys are still not doing business in China and you want to. And maybe you're going there, you're meeting people in trade fairs, you're getting name cards, you don't know who is who. So we give you a simple online solution to help you find and manage these in a multi-user environment. Let's take a look.
So I'll be first showing you a demo of a user sign-up to discovery and to communication with the lead. So first with sign up, you enter your username and password and your company information and your credit card information. Once the account has been created, you can begin creating keywords. You want to create keywords that are descriptive enough for a system to discover those leads for you. So in this case, we're looking for startups in Asia. Once that criteria is entered, our system will begin discovering those leads and entering it into your client account. From there, you can begin managing those leads. What you can do is assign them to potential sales staff, or you can organize them. Of course, the most important part is to communicate with those leads, where you want to make a message that can eventually lead to a follow-up for sales. In this case, we want to meet up for coffee with Casey. From there, you want to leave a note so you can keep track of what you've been doing, and then to hopefully follow up with that lead. And you want to update the status. And when Casey eventually communicates back with us, we can close the potential sale.
Okay, so how does the market look? We're currently targeting businesses that are Western, US, European, Singapore companies, and China. There's 435,000 businesses that are currently registered in China that are foreign. And there's also a secondary market of companies that are not at all in the Chinese market that are trying to get in. And how are we making money? We're an online sales tool at $99 a month with different pricing levels starting from the number of users, the number of leads, the number of reports run, and also white label reporting for agency users.
Cool. So let's take a look at what some of our paying customers are actually saying. As Mike mentioned, we have two target customers, the businessman in China already selling on the ground, and then the businessman outside China wanting to enter the market. So let's take a look at the former. This is an Israeli businessman who runs an online grocer in Shenzhen. So he's using Social Agent to find leads who are interested in imported food products. And outside China, we have a very happy customer who is a company from Mexico who is importing seafood into China. And currently what he's having to do is go through distributors who take a percentage. But by using Social Agent, he's able to find customers directly himself, cutting out the distributors. So we also have an amazing group of advisors who really believe in us. We have Jillian Musig, who was one of the founders of SEO Moz, a popular online marketing tool. And we also have Steve Forte. He's a serial entrepreneur. His previous company, Zagat.com, it was sold to Google. And we also just recently graduated the last class of China Accelerator. It's a tech accelerator in China. And the core of our team is the three of us. To sum us up, we have Mike, who's the hustler. We have Chris, who's a developer, and then myself. I'm the marketer. And we have a growing team. We also have one additional programmer and a part-time designer.
So what's the future of Social Agent? Again, we're running lean, and we totally listen to our users, people like you. We've been listening to the trade show booth upstairs. So right now we're just China. You know, that's a little bit maybe small for some of you, but I think there's a lot of users and customers in China. After with Sina Weibo first, as a startup, we're starting on one platform first, validating our customers, generating revenue, and then we're going to go cross-platform, staying in China, leveraging our South China headquartered Weibo, Tencent, which is in Shenzhen, for Weixin integration. And then we're going to test international markets, such as Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and more. So thank you for your time. We have QR codes if the WeChat users can scan my shirt, or the Facebook users can scan this QR code on the screen. And we will add you to our leads and follow up with you after the show. Thank you.
So my first question is that who are the customers? Are customers on the outside China or customers in China?
So we mentioned there's two customer segments. We're still an English-only interface. So we have customers that are in China that are foreign businesses. And then we have the overseas companies that are not yet in China that want to learn how to enter the China market. So we've worked with companies such as real estate, education, some e-commerce, and traditional import-export companies.
Okay. And basically, what your service is the providing customer is that basically among the Weibo the accounts, do you actually search for the Weibo accounts which will match with customers the needs? That is right understanding.
Yeah, we're trying to find customers. We are a result of Lean Startup. We totally listen to our users. And our users, we started in analytics. We heard a lot of analytics the last 2 days. We are a lead generation, so we find customers in social media by both status search and user profile search in Chinese market.
Okay.
Hey guys, we know each other. We met yesterday. Just to give you some background, I'm also in a similar space. So when we've developed, products similar. So I won't get into the licensing issues and the government issues around creating your own business around this. But my only concern with this is, it seems to me, the behavioural usage of Sina Weibo is a social media tool between peer-to-peer friends, and then sometimes to follow brands that you like. So it seems to me it would be better positioned as a fan generation tool as opposed to a lead generation tool. And so for instance, we used it to support growth of football clubs and things like that are generating fans with a soft sell approach. But it's difficult for me to get that if I'm just using a social network, and that is my role in this social network, that I would welcome new approaches from companies just looking to sell. And how have you tackled that? Have you got any stats around success on this?
Yeah, we forgot to mention we're live since Chinese New Year in February. We have 10 paying customers, and we complement the sales department. We're not targeting the marketing department. So you can still use Hootsuite. You can still use all these other marketing listening tools. We are a sales-only tool. So we see the current sales department. We've talked to salesmen in the booths upstairs. They're still calling. They're still emailing. We believe that's going to move more and more onto social media. So we are specifically not a marketing tool. We are a sales tool that complements a marketing and sales campaign.
Okay. And in terms of, say, there's API restrictions, right, as to how many calls you can make. How are you doing to address that or get around that? And then is there a threat about Sina potentially just doing their own platform to offer this?
So one of the benefits of being in China Accelerator was spent some time up in North China, and we were in Beijing a lot, and I developed some relationships. While our tool was being built, we profiled all the Sina Weibo workers, and I have a list of about 50 Sina Weibo users in my own lead list. So I build my own guanxi in Sina Weibo, and they support what we're doing, and they support us helping foreigners come into China. And I know they have overseas companies or offices, but they welcome. We're playing the angle of helping foreigners in China, and they seem to support us. And as far as the API requests, we haven't hit limits yet, and we're not trying to do mass marketing. We're trying to do specific, precise marketing, so it's less calls.
Okay, a couple of questions. Did you cover how you make money?
Yeah, we have a monthly subscription.
Okay, so my main thing is I don't use Weibo so much, but you mentioned about the number of businesses in China, but how many are on Weibo, and then how many they are, but how do you know who they are, and how many actually tell you they work for who? Sometimes people don't say who they work for, and if is there a particular niche on industries, like if the technology industry, majority of the decision makers who are more B2B, they are on Weibo, but maybe the mining guys don't give a crap about Weibo, then you might have customers trying to target the mining industry, but then they get fatigued because they pay you for a couple of months, they find the guys that they need, and then that's it. They won't pay you again. So how do you suggest? How do you solve that?
It's a lot of questions. So it's hard to get all the numbers out of Sina Weibo. There's a lot of negative publicity lately about the real numbers of Sina Weibo's user base. But as far as Weibo has their own enterprise version for businesses. Honestly, do you know the number? Yeah, that's the second question. But as far as businesses on Weibo, I can't give you. I can't quote a number, but I think others here believe social media in China has always been more effective than English social media. Just like QQ, every businessman in China has a QQ. I do business on QQ. I use QQ. I have like a gold crown. And they all want face, and they all want to be verified.
30 seconds left.
Okay, so the V connects to the company, and we can search the company by the V, and we can profile businesses. That's how we identify them. And it's so far been effective for the majority of our businesses that are users in finding the right people. And as far as staying on board, the stickiness we believe is in the data management and the multiple users and maintaining a relationship over time. Once you build a relationship, you gotta maintain it.
Nicely done. Thank you, gentlemen. Full disclosure, I'm a mentor at China Accelerator, where these guys graduated from, affiliated with Techstars, based up in Dalian in China. So if anybody's looking to maybe do a startup in the Chinese market, take a look at ChinaAccelerator.com. Moving right along, let's give some juice to Singapore-based Tell My Friends. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Get them kicked off. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ben from Tell My Friends. Tell My Friends is, I would say, the world's first social network marketing and direct selling platform for music, ebooks, videos, apps, and games, basically e-goods. We've been mentioned in Tech in Asia and other world-renowned major tech and music tech blogs. So what do we actually do? And the pain point we want to solve? Well, piracy. Online piracy is a big problem. Just look at a span of 10 years, in 1999 to 2009, the US market alone for music sales has dropped from $14.6 billion to $7.7 billion. That's almost 50%. And as a result of that, major labels in the industry have suffered greatly. Back in 1999, there were 6 major labels. Today, there are only 3 major labels. All this happened against a backdrop of the internet's development. In 1999, we saw Napster coming on the scene, and piracy became a big, big problem. And 2001, BitTorrent technology came aboard, and 2005 was Mega Upload. So with peer-to-peer sharing as well as digital lockers, this has created a big problem for the industry. And it may seem like it is a sunset industry, but demand for music has not fallen because 30 billion songs were illegally downloaded from file sharing networks from 2004 to 2009. All this tells us one thing. The industry is in crisis, and we believe that our business model is broken, and we are here to fix it. So how do we go about fixing this problem? We are coming from a point of a consumer's perception of buying something like music. So if there are some things which are exactly the same, apple for apple, one is $2, one is 99 cents, the consumer, a rational one, will go for the cheaper one, which is 99 cents. Throw in something which is free and exactly the same. And consumers will have no qualms going for the free one. Why pay even a single cent more if you get it for free? And that is the current problem with music today. Why would I want to pay even 99 cents even if it's cheap when I can get it for free from all these other sites? So what Tell My Friends does is to offer consumers something better than free. And what is that? You make money, right? So with Tell My Friends, you can actually earn money when you buy and share your songs. It works this way. For example, if Jeff, that guy there, well, the names have been, changed. No, not really. Jeff bought a song from Tell My Friends. He gets a link for that purchase that he shares on social networks, such as Facebook. All right? And maybe Kitagawan-san, he saw Jeff's posting on Facebook. Hey, this is an interesting song that, Jeff likes. Your friends feel the same taste in music. He clicks on it. He gets to a very rich media purchase page for that song. He likes it, he listens to it, watches a video of it, and then he buys it. Okay, Jeff gets a commission from that sale, and Kitagawa-san, again being a fanboy now, he shares that song and says, awesome song, let's tell everybody about it on Facebook. He posts about the same song with his link. Now, supposing his two other friends, Andrew and Yurimoto-san, sees that post and say, oh, wow, Kitagawa-san loves this song, let's check it out, what is it all about? They click on it, they go and they see the same, similar looking page, they like it, they buy it. Kitagawa-san gets 2 commissions from each of the sale, and Jeff gets another 2 commissions from each of the sale. And they share their links. And it goes on and on for 10 levels. So this way, as a consumer, you get commissions again and again when you buy and share your own link for that purchase. How much can you earn? So with 10 tiers of rewards, and it goes viral, a consumer who's early to buy and share it actively could earn as much as $100,000 for a $2 purchase. I kid you not, it's really possible. And our technology, which is patent pending, we filed for international patent this week, tracks up to 10 levels and more. Right, what are the value drivers for Tell My Friends? We are a highly capable and power team. I'll introduce them, ask to use later. We have multi-revenue streams. Tell My Friends has got a music label that we can generate and music investments as well as royalties from songs that we record. We are highly scalable. You can go into music, you can go into ebooks, apps, videos, games, anything digital, and possibly even physical goods. We have a blanket license from the music publishers of Singapore, which includes the 3 major labels of EMI, Sony, and Warner. And we have a patent pending on our model, our system. This is my core team, 4 of us, covering sales, marketing, project management, and development. At the same time, we are quite lean, so we outsource a lot of staff and a lot of partners and supporters in this journey with us. We have coders, we have recording studios, we have lawyers, we have even UFM 100.3, which is a national radio owned by SPH. Good media partners that we have and develop a good relationship. So that is basically what Tell My Friends is. Thank you.
So I'm very interested in your social business to utilize the rewards. Very exciting. So can you differentiate from the very similar services? I want to know your advantage.
Okay, there are no such service that we know of. We did a search and we just couldn't find anything like this. The closest indirect competitors that we have are probably iTunes, but iTunes sells it cheap. They compete by price, not by value. What Tell My Friends does is that we return the value back to the product of music, where when you buy, you can actually have the value of getting rewards and commissions back when you share.
This business model, is it illegal in some countries?
It is legal in Singapore. Under our penal code, there are actually the Pyramid Prohibition Act, but there's an exclusion order that allows this to be done as long as the benefits is derived from actual sale of a product and not by recruitment or membership. That's why Tell My Friends is always free to join, but you only get a commission when a sale happens and you get a commission from that. It is very clearly stated in our laws.
And so if people are getting, like if I'm getting paid based on these guys' purchases,
right,
and it's small, is there like a period where you don't pay it? Does it have to go above a certain amount?
Right, so we have an amount of $15 minimum for you to accumulate before you can get a cash payout because of the transaction cost involved. But the moment you earn credits, you can actually use it to buy another song. Even if, let's say you have $2 only, you can buy another song, another product available on Tell My Friends. So it's a credit system, but that's not all. Let's say if you're not into the money, you like the song and you have credits and you want to do good. We have a secret angel program where you can actually donate the commissions from that purchase to a charity of a choice or a cause of a choice. So it's really much targeting all types of consumers and their behaviors.
Which market are you actually targeting at?
Well, we just came back from the US last month. We went to South by Southwest to exhibit. So we are getting content from from US for now. We are targeting at the moment Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore for a start, and Taiwan, because I think music here is quite consumed, and then of course piracy is quite rampant here. So that's why we want to change consumers' behavior by telling them, this is a better way to buy and consume music. Yeah.
But right now, I think particularly in say China or Southeast Asia, actually label itself see that they actually do not intend to earn money from selling music, because just online they are kind of the promotion of the music,
right?
And they actually earn money from say like concert or advertising, whatever.
Yes, I understand this, because this is no choice, because the market has changed and they have no choice but to give out music free for people to come to concerts, and because of this, well, the model was reversed the last time when the Google days where there was no internet like this. People sell concerts cheaply to market and get people out there to, hey, come and buy my album. But because of piracy, they have no choice but to do this, right? So what I'm trying to do is to get people to start to buy music, to pay for music, to respect intellectual property rights instead of using it as a marketing cost. If not, music will really suffer and die very soon.
Okay.
So you're basically a MLM online, kind of?
That is right.
Okay. And the way to start the chain is I have to buy something? Like if I start the chain?
Right.
Right, okay. And have you launched? Like what's your traction so far?
Right now we are in alpha, beta testing. We have 654 users sign-ups and 2,953 paid downloads, 54 paid downloads. Clients, we have about 20 artists, independent artists with content with us. And we have actually 2 publishers. One is a book, one is a magazine, lifestyle magazine, who just came aboard yesterday. And at the same time, we have actually done 4 songs for our radio station, UFM 100.3, for the New Year period and Christmas. And we're working on one more project for National Day.
Thank you very much. That wraps it up. Thank you. Good job, Ben. It's a nice concept. I'm sure there's already a pirated version of your site in China right now, actually, which is so. Okay, up next from Thailand, Social Happen, everybody. Social Happen, thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Shakrit, founder of Social Happen. We are a startup dedicated to help the retail drive real and happy foot traffic. Let me start with my real story. As a background in social media consultant, the number one problem we learned from our retail client is, how do I get more foot traffic and more repeating customer to the store? Why? The reason why the retail want more foot traffic is they all knew that most people are impulse buyer. Because they just walk into the store, they see something, like it, and buy. But the problem is, when people go shopping, they didn't think of your store. And today, technology and marketing is hardly motivate the real foot traffic to the store. And we all do many things. We do the QR code connected to the social media, but it didn't work because just a few people scan, too difficult. We also do the gamification on Facebook, we do mobile coupon, and we do check-in, so many things, but it didn't work as well because the retail cannot identify the real customer. So we think of all new way to solve this problem, and it became Social Happen and our magic box. Basically, we build our own transmission technology that can connect the offline to the online customer by just using just a simple smartphone. Plus, our retail engagement platform that can motivate more people to walk into the store by marketing challenge. Let's see the video for how it works.
Are you bored with your retail marketing? You've used all the tools that you know, but it doesn't seem to work. People still don't care to visit your store. Would it be better to have something that changes it all? Introducing Social Happen and the Magic Box, a box that drives your real customers. So how does it work? First, you create the challenge and send it to our retail engagement platform. Then we notify Social Happen users which store they should visit when they go shopping. The users really have to walk into the store to complete the challenge. Our Magic Box knows whether your customers really walked in before sending them the reward. It's a fun way to drive real happy customers to your store and turns them into influencers. So you get more and more customers every day. It's a fun and easy way to connect real-world marketing to customers' hands. All made possible by Social Happen.
But that's not all. The first time in the Startup Asia, Singapore, we put our Social Happen technology into the object. The real reward vending machine is the first social gachapon machine that can drive you even more happy customer. Let's see a very short video. This magic can happen because our magic box can connect to the app's user when the people walk into your store and send them the marketing challenge. And by completing the challenge, you got the reward. We have both the real reward and the point and redeeming reward. So how does we make money? Our current plan is the monthly subscription fee per the number of hardware installed to each store. We plan to target at the medium to large retail first, which are the supermarket, hypermarket, department store, and inter-fashion retail store, which has more than 10 to 000 branches. And we aim to target at more than 500 boxes in Bangkok this year from our 25 merchants, which will make us around 1 million US. And we plan to go regionally to more than 10,000 K box throughout Asia in the next year. Our team is a combination of crazy hackers focused on solving real customer problems. I used to do a few tech startups with one exit, doing from the hacking the mobile network operator stuff to do the QoS on just smartphone to the social media marketing apps on Facebook. And we combine all our skills from the web apps, internet apps, mobile Internet of Things, and our own transmission technology into one creative product that helps the retail drive more engaging customer, and it is Social Happen. Thank you.
So the first question, how do you make money?
Our current plan is the monthly subscription fee per the number of box we put into our retail store, and we target at the medium to large retail, which have more than 10 branches. Something like department store, we can put it into a lot of places in the area to drive the department store to drive the foot traffic to each area.
Okay, so a company like Foursquare.
It's not like check-in because the check-in is too broad. It's Wi-Fi, so people don't have to walk into that area. The GPS is not work because it's indoor, and the NFC is not work because you need more card for the customer, and the QR is not work because most people don't want to scan. It's difficult, a very low conversion rate. So our technology is a transmission technology that can transmit something to the apps by just walking to that area.
It just seems to me that the challenge though of having, if you've just got one retailer participating in your thing, or even potentially 10 retailers participating when Foursquare has a lot of the market, and it's very easy, very low commitment by a retailer to engage, to participate. Yours seems quite high participation, high barrier to get involved with your product. Also potentially labor intensive with the box and the unit.
Yeah, we focus on the real retail marketing problem. So our challenge can be something like you can create a challenge like actions. For example, you buy something and you share it on Facebook and you take the photo, your happy photo, 1, 2, 3. And then when you complete the challenge, you got some reward. Something like that. So the retail can create a lot of more action that the existing social media cannot do it because we focus on the real marketing side of the retail.
Okay, my question is that users actually have to download the app, right?
Yes.
So that for users' perspective, in order for your service to be attractive, obviously, that there are so many merchants already, right? But for the merchant perspective, obviously, unless so many users actually downloading that application, it is not so attractive for merchants. So how do you solve that kind of chicken and egg question?
We work closely with the retail, something like putting on the signage, and even more, if you see the video on the gachapon machine, the social one, is like the retail experience that when customers see something like this, they want to pay and they download the apps. And when they download, it's just one time. The other times they see the social happen, or we push notification to them when they go shopping, they can pray. So basically, it's difficult just for the first time for the user.
Some of the finalists of the startup budgets have a very similar service to you, so very competitive. So how many customers do you have? And the same questions. Have you already generated money?
We are not publicly launched yet, but right now we are pilot with a few but big clients based in Bangkok, Thailand, which in overall have more than something like 500 branches. So if you are still interested, I may keep update on the number, something like that. And even more, there is one competitor in the US that doing something like this. And in the first year, they can drive more than 1 million foot traffic to the retail in the US. But what we do something like our competitor, but on steroid. We can create a lot more action, and we have the version of the real rewarding machine.
So I don't have a question, it's just probably a comment. If the old behavior is they don't like coupons, then they don't like to scan stuff, then getting them to download the app is hard. I think you probably know that. Hence, you need a better hook. There's nothing interesting until there is something new. So my feedback to you is to get a hook. Hook meaning something that is cool, that people will use, or else it's very hard for them to download the first time.
We see this is a problem as well, and that's the reason why firstly we create just a point and the redeeming reward, but the conversion rate is not still as high as we expected. So we create the real physical object that people see it. I want this one, how can I get this one? And they download our app at that moment, and it works as we test from our pilot.
Thank you, gentlemen. That wraps it up. Thanks so much for your time. Moving right along from Indonesia, Deal POS. Give it up for Deal POS. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nelson from Indonesia. I'm the CEO and founder of Deal POS. So Deal POS is an online point-of-sale software for retail business. So why do we build this product when there are already so many POS products in the market? This is a common point-of-sale terminal you'll find in retail stores. And there are 4 problems you're trying to fix in this offline system. First problem, deployment. Point-of-sale software installation is complex and time-consuming. It usually requires multiple installation and manual configuration. Basically, you'll need a technician to do it. Next, scalability. When you have an offline system, your POS system works for a single outlet. But when you expand and you have more outlets, you have no way of integrating them together. Third problem is expensive. In average, point-of-sale software costs $1,500. If you run multiple outlets with multiple registers, you could spend $10,000. Next, it's outdated. Most point-of-sale product is outdated. It was built using outdated technology with very little visualization. As a solution to this problem, we built an online point-of-sale software which can be used directly from any device. It's also very scalable. When you have a new outlet, you need very little effort, and it automatically integrates with your existing outlet. This is the pricing for our product. It's very affordable. It starts from $40 per outlet. And when you run multiple outlets, the cost per outlet is actually cheaper. And it's modern and user-friendly. We are going to show this in the demo video. Enjoy.
This is John, a gadget retailer, small business owner, and a gadget freak. He owns 4 outlets in different locations. Unlike other business owners, he's now having a holiday in Hawaii because John trusts Deal POS as his online point-of-sale system so he can manage his business remotely. With Deal POS, all of his outlets are connected to each other, enabling John to manage his team even on holiday. This is Ali, the shopkeeper. Ali uses the POS system to process customers' orders. The POS system makes Ali's job faster and simpler. Ali feels the POS system to be a great tool. This is Ben, the operations manager. He works from the office. Ben controls stock distribution between outlets and product pricing. He can easily see which outlets are running low on stocks and arrange deliveries from the warehouse to the outlets. Deal POS enables real-time collaboration between employees, simplifies retail operations, and enables John to monitor his business remotely. With a complete and interactive reporting tool, John can see which outlets make the most profits, which products sell the most, and who are his best customers. With Deal POS, you can get so many advantages. Works anywhere, nothing to install, automatic backups, free and seamless upgrades, and of course your data and software are secure in the cloud. Like John did, join us. Deal POS, your cloud POS software.
Our product is built using the latest web standard, HTML5. We also install a 256-bit encryption to secure clients' data. Market size. In 2011, there are 55 million retailers in Indonesia. Only 5% out of them is using any kinds of software for point of sale and inventory tracking. This is since release late last year, we have had 15 companies powering a total of 50 outlets. By the end of the year, we are projecting to have 100 companies with a total of 300 outlets. Deployment. We have 1 server in Indonesia. This is where all our current customers are. We recently set up a server in Singapore to cater international need. Our team, we are a team of 6 persons. We specialize in providing web solutions using Microsoft technology. We have also had experience in building other business apps like insurance, banking, oil and gas. And we are a member of Microsoft BizSpark. Please visit our website, dealpos.com, for a live demo and sign up for a free 14-day trial. Thank you, everyone.
So my question is that basically the customers you're gonna target is that the merchant who do not have the POS at this moment.
Yeah. Our market is small and to medium retail business. In Indonesia, the 5% I show already have a system, but it's an offline system, and we are looking to migrate their system to online so they can have a live data of what's happening at their outlets.
So basically, you are saying that less of 95% of the merchants are targeting users.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Also the.
Okay,
yeah,
so
okay.
it's the case that the most significant value to attract these merchants is what? It's just price, or are there any other, the value proposition to attract these merchants into your service?
Okay. The uniqueness of our product is we are the first online point of sale system in Indonesia. First product. Our product it's not a hybrid system. It's using just HTML5. So even if you lost your internet connection, it will get resynced. And then to attract new customers, we are partnering up with other IT companies to work as our reseller. We give 20% revenue for them to help implement our product at clients' retail shops.
Thanks for that. I've seen these types of products before, obviously, outside of Indonesia, and I don't have any direct experience there, so I'll take your word that you guys are the only one.
Yeah, we are the only one doing online POS system, as far as I'm aware.
Some of the platforms that I've seen, even the mobile platforms, on the iOS, seem to be very user-friendly, high visual, great visualization of data and reporting. How are you meeting that standard, that international standard that would be expected of the major retailers in Indonesia who are there from those point of POS systems?
Sorry, your question again, it's not
well, I'm looking at your data. I looked at your data visualization up there before, and although you showed data and to a degree, but it didn't look to me like it was world's leading data visualization. And if you are bringing a new product in today and the market expectation from these international retailers, which they're using in the US, Australia, China, is of a higher standard. Do you have a great team? Like, what is your experience around delivering the world's best product?
We are a team of 6, 4 developers and 2 designers. We actually start as a custom web development company. So we have experience building UI. The main focus of the product would be first in Indonesia. This is where we know the market. There is a lot of retailers, needing POS software. And for expansion to Southeast Asia, we definitely need to have more polished UI. Does that answer?
Yeah, I guess it seems to me that Indonesia would be your play, right?
Yeah, correct.
Win that marketplace. Would it be that ultimately it might come down to price though? Like with these other guys coming in? So how do you differentiate yourself? What is the big value add that you deliver above a cloud-based POS system?
First is the price is very affordable. Second, we do a backup of clients' data. We give support if they need call support. We can handle that. And then every 2 weeks, we also do a version upgrade, so they seamlessly get their newer versions. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Nice job, gentlemen.